You know what? Lately on Facebook and TikTok, I saw some videos where people put these round fluorescent lights behind their heads as a halo, and then the women turned into, got more sexy, and the men got all these muscles. So I'm gonna try this, and now I'm being realistic. Personally, I think they're faking it, but what I'm hoping for is maybe an improvement in my eyesight. So let's see what happens here. I'm waiting. Okay, great. What the fandango here? Now I can't see anything. This is no good. Let me try something else. Okay, I can see myself. Well, this didn't work. I'm gonna try something different. This, I have to admit, I did have a feeling that came over me. I felt real dumb about this. So, let's just move on to today's video. Hello everybody, this is the Wanderer. You know, recently I got a request to make some a Shena board, and I wasn't familiar with that, so I had to look it up, and I did a printout. So apparently it's just a simple board that's used for push-ups and in Persian yoga, whatever. So I got some wood, and that's going to be my next project here. I'm going to make the boards out of these. I found these pieces of wood out in the back, so I'm going to process these, and then I'm going to use this to cut the legs from that. Apparently it's just a simple board with two stubby legs on there for doing push-ups. And then I saw that some people actually use two, one on each side, I guess to do different types of push-ups or whatever. So my plan is to go ahead and make two of them, make a matching pair, and how I finish them, I'll decide as I go along. A lot of times I just look around and see, well, what do I have in the backyard? What kind of stain do I have? What kind of finish and all that. And also I like to experiment and try different things. So I haven't decided how I'm going to finish this, but that's what I'm going to be working on. And I hope the individual likes it. Okay, so I'm going to be working on these Shena boards. First thing I'm going to do is cut the end here, because get these two nail holes out of the way, and the same thing here, get these two nail holes out of the way, and then also I will square these up. Then after that I'll measure the 28 inches here, and then get those two cut up to size, and then I'll work on this piece to do the 45-degree angles. So let me cut the end so I can start measuring. Okay, have an interesting situation. I got the boards to 28 inches, and then the width is supposed to be about 2.5 inches, which is fine, but it's too thick. The recommended, I think, is about 0.8 inches, which would be about 20 millimeters, and this is almost twice as thick as I want. Additionally, there's a warp. It'll twist here, so it's not straight. And anyway, it twists back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I took out my table saw, and I'm going to measure the distance that I need. Then I'm going to brace this, because this will be a straight edge, and I'm going to run both of these through on one side to straighten this side, one side out. Then I'll flip it over once this side is correct or flat, and then I'll cut it to size on the other side here. So that's going to be my next step here. Okay, I've done all the cuts here, so this is going to be the main board, and then I've got the 4 legs that'll be put here. So what I'm going to do right now is start sanding, because it's got some well, they got all these marks. They need sanding. Then I'm going to use the my belt sander to kind of round off the top of the edges here. And I'll be good to go. So let me start doing that. Okay, I finished sanding everything. I used a 220 grit sandpaper, and I rounded off the edges. All the pieces are not symmetrical because I used reclaimed wood and then just hand sanded some of this. I belt sanded the main part, the gross sanding, but the fine sanding I did by hand. So this is it. These are the pieces. They feel real nice, real smooth, no rough edges, because when you do the push-up, it's going to be held on this side. This is the bottom, but I rounded off the tops here. So this is that's it for the sanding and all. Now the next step I'm going to do is go ahead and glue the legs to the boards. Then I'm going to let that set. Then I'll come back and put some screws in there to give it a little extra strength. And finally, once everything is dried and glued up strong, then I'm thinking I may just go ahead and give it a stain and then a finish on that. So I'm going to do the glue up now. Let's see if I can keep these aligned. Let's see. Hope this works out well. Okay. Okay, I'm pleased, well, 90% pleased with the way the glue up came. So I went ahead and put 2 screws on each leg here, and this is the second one. I already put two holes, so I'm going to drill 2 more holes here, and then I'm going to put the screws in there. Most of the way, and then I like to finish it off manually also. I'm outside of my wood shed, but one thing that I continue to enjoy, here we are in El Paso, Texas in January, and look how blue the sky is. I don't know if this comes out really well on the video or not, but what time is it right now? It's about it's 11:35, so we're looking at almost midday, and the sky is just so clear. There are no clouds anywhere. And this is the backyard, and I'm wearing a hoodie, but the temperature's in the 50s Fahrenheit, and it's just so enjoyable back here. Okay, I've been sanding. Yesterday I put some of that putty, that filler, in here on the tips of the ends of the screws, and I put a little bit of filler in here. There was a crack of separation between the leg and the board, and it's been sanding really well. I'm just using a 220 grit sandpaper, and that's been totally adequate. So I got these are really smooth. I've been using a lot of this dark walnut stain from Minwax lately, and it's been my favorite. I really like the color, so I've been using it on everything, and I'm buying larger quantities. So let's see how this comes out. I'm really hopeful, and then I'll put a coating, maybe a polyurethane afterwards. This comes out really nice. Okay, lately the temperature has been warm enough, so all the stain finally dried and it's not sticky anymore. So I'm going to start putting the urethane on there, and see if we can get near the end here. Okay, I put a second coat of polyurethane on these boards, and they're looking much nicer, and I think that's all I'm going to do. Let this dry out a little bit better, and then we'll present it to the individual who requested them. And looks interesting. Nice pattern there. So thank you for watching.